Botswana, home to the Okavango Delta, teeming with precious wildlife, and source of some of the world's most beautiful postcards. My mission there was official, an invitation from the British Council to talk about environmental communications, so any guerrilla gardening, or better still local guerrilla gardeners, was going to be a bonus.
I'm in the outskirts of Gaborone, in the back of a cab, heading to see a guerrilla garden I heard about earlier this week. And the guerrilla gardener came up to me at the end of a presentation I was giving and described this wonderful garden where she's been planting vegetables and ornamental plants for the last 6 years. Hello there.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'm filming this on my little camera. I want to capture this so that I remember it and I can share it with other people.
All right. This is Warabile.
Hello there.
Part of the team.
Hello, your fellow guerrilla gardener. Good to meet you.
First I was shown Nkagisang's conventional garden, a beautiful space, traditional, grassy, with a thatched hut that held a guerrilla secret.
Sometimes I wonder why in Africa we have to have plastic sheeting or for our things, or plastic things like chairs and stuff. Because this grass, you know how I harvest it. Alongside the road from here to Lubasi, on the side of the road.
Oh, you've harvested
Yes.
your own thatch?
Yes. The grass grows to this height. And normally it's free. I mean, the government comes and eradicates it for, you know, to stop the obstruction of traffic.
Yes.
But then, as individuals, we can go and harvest it to do this.
Yes, you're helping them do their job. It means they don't need to cut it.
Yes, I mostly do it. If you go there now, it's like this, you know, because of the rainwater. The time to harvest it is around June. But then I harvest it, I do whatever I want to do it, as you can see here and so forth.
Yes, you've made a fence right the way around the garden from this grass.
And then I'll show it to you at the back there.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And on the roof there.
Yes.
So you've got a house.
Yes.
That is friendly, eco-friendly.
Eco-friendly and free.
Yeah, and free.
And much more attractive than a plastic sheet. It's genius.
So normally I harvest it every year. I harvest loads and loads of it, but then people tend out to come and buy it from me.
Yes, yes.
I get it free and they buy it.
Well, it's a good situation.
Yes.
Show me the guerrilla garden now. This is all your beautiful land and your guerrilla harvesting. Where is the land that you've annexed?
We should walk towards it.
Okay.
We are all the culprits here.
This is it.
Garden.
This is enormous.
And it's going to get bigger.
Wow. So at the moment, this garden is in its grassy stage. You were describing that sometime during the year you plant vegetables and sometime lawn. Yes.
At the moment it's all lawn, but if you come in maybe like 4 months in the winter time, it will be filled up with vegetables, because then we'd have removed the lawn and put vegetables like rape, spinach, cabbages and stuff like that.
Yes. So all of the grass goes?
Yes, normally this grass, we don't have it like this, because companies come here and they buy it in large quantities.
Oh, so you dig this up as turf?
Yes, we just in trays, yeah. So that is another source of income for our garden.
That's brilliant.
Yes.
And then when it's being dug up, I suppose you lose some of the soil.
Yes, we do lose soil. But what we normally do not to lose the soil is that when they are digging it out, we shake it off. Yeah. We rather put it in plastic where the moisture can be retained. Yeah. But then we don't want to lose a lot of soil, so especially that this is guerrilla gardening, it's not our
So
I'll show you
this is your fence, and what before you started gardening here, it was like what we see over the fence here, was it?
Yeah, even the yard before I came in here, it was terrible. People were actually saying, don't go into this yard.
So at the beginning, you were gardening around the house on the land that you were renting, and was it a matter of expanding and needing more room that made you start gardening here, or did it start at the beginning anyway?
I would say, hey, I'm a green person. You know, I just saw this. Sometimes I would wake up from there and see this vast land being wasted and what, and me being very, very cautious about our environment. I started thinking, hey, if I could just do this side, it will look nice. You know.
As I listened, I imagined this all full of vegetables and wondered what happened to the produce.
I donated 10 bags to Bela's clinic. It's a clinic here for kids who have HIV or who are on programs or this HIV programs. Yeah, and then the rest I had to sell because I couldn't consume it by myself. yeah. But I'm crazy about the soil. I love the soil. I love the soil and the seed. Those are my best friends. Yeah. And I love producing food. You see, all this land, I wish I could just go there and just do anything.
Yeah. And to tell me about when you met the owner of the land.
No, when I met the owner of the land, I was in my house there, and he peeped through the fence and said, "Ma, do you stay here?" I said, "Yes, I do stay here." And he says, "But you are growing things in my land." I said, "Yeah, I'm producing food at least. I'm not stealing from anybody. I'm producing food." And he was a very nice man. He is a very nice man because he's still alive. And he says, "Okay, I'll give you the liberty of using my land, but whenever I need it back, don't refuse to move out." So I've got the liberty, and this is where the Guerrilla comes.
A very peaceful arrangement.
Yes, no, it was very peaceful.
And what does this man do?
He's a judge at the High Court.
Okay.
Yes.
So if he didn't like what you were doing,
he would have taken me to the cleaners. But even though, he really amazed me because normally people would be really, really anti. I know, it's rude to use somebody's things without permission, but no, the way he approached it was very, very cordial and really amicable. He didn't sort of get angry. He was just impressed by the fact that at least somebody is growing something to eat. And he said to me, "Remember me, harvest, eh?" That's what he said.
What does that mean?
Remember to give me something that you have grown in my garden.
Yes.
You see? Yeah, that's what he said, yeah.
That seems a fair deal to me. It's brilliant. It's worked out.
So the other thing is that even though I'm doing this, I've never cut down his trees.
No.
Because I believe that a tree has taken so many years to be there.
Yes.
And for somebody just to cut the tree.
Beautiful trees. You've tidied them up a bit, I imagine.
I've just tidied them up, yes.
Yeah. And he owns all of this?
He owns a lot of this, 15 hectares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And does he have plans?
He does have plans. He says he's going to open some restaurants.
Also on my tour of the garden, I was shown a huge bowl of seeds. In time, these become Washingtonia palms. But their story is one of guerrilla harvesting.
Those Washingtonians?
Yeah.
The seeds. Where you collected them? Where you are staying, Gabarone.
Yes.
You look in the middle of the road there.
Yes.
There's that quite...
a lot of them, big ones.
Them, yes. And they always get to waste because people don't just pick them.
Yes. So you park the car and then...
And then we just go there with a ladder.
Yes.
And we just pick them up.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And of course later I had to go and see where these seeds came from.
I'm walking down a central reservation in Gaborone because this is where Nkagisang harvests the seeds from of the Washingtonia palms that are all around us. Have you ever met anyone, any passers-by when you're doing it, wondering what you're up to?
Normally we do it on Sundays or somewhere when people are still dormantly sleeping.
Yes.
Because I know we would encounter a lot of problems, especially from the city council.
Yes.
Because they would start asking us about why we are taking them and what.
Yes.
Even though they won't use them themselves.
No, it would just fall as litter. And be swept away as it falls onto the road.
Yes.
But it's easier just to not have that confrontation.
It's much easier to do that. They're much more obtainable.
And with that revelation, it was time to go.